Oh, I remember that watch that I got from that one client.
Yeah.
I tried to pawn it today.
How'd it go?
I wouldn't take it.
Ha! You suck.
Hello? He's willing to take high-end stuff.
I mean, that totally makes sense. It's like a $200 watch, so...
That's not... Whoa, hold on. What? That's not high-end?
He's probably saying, like, I only take $20,000 watches, dude.
Dude, $250 is a lot of money to some people.
I have a deep respect for you, Vin, because you don't spend a lot of money on stuff, but that stuff is not any less precious all the same.
Wait, say that again?
I'm saying, even though you don't spend a lot of money on the stuff you buy for yourself, you're still you treat it as though you did.
Oh, yeah, dude, there's no other way to be. Literally, there's no other way there's no other way to exist in the world.
I mean, there are others. People have very expensive stuff and they treat it like garbage.
But they're wrong.
Well, yeah, I don't think most people would think that's a good way to live. But like your mom, for instance, like she wouldn't even let me lay down on her couches. God forbid I got sweat on them.
I know. Well, you did vomit all over her dining room, so.
Yes.
Do we tell the story? Do we give context?
It's a pretty short story, but we were home for Thanksgiving, and for whatever reason, we got very drunk at a nearby bar. Who would have thunk it? Night before Thanksgiving. I think actually the night before Thanksgiving they say is like the most dangerous night to be on the road, other than New Year's Eve.
Yeah, big drinking night.
And we
and you.
And I
you didn't have anything to eat.
No, and every time I get peer pressured into drinking a lot by friends, I'm always drunkenly saying, like, guys, we got to eat something. And then nobody else cares. And then I'm like, okay, I'm doing myself in right now. Anyways, let's cut the story short. So we go back to your place because I was going to crash at your parents' house that night. And I slept on your mom's beloved couch downstairs. You went upstairs to your room in the middle of the night, got the spins. And all I remember this was when I knew I was partly blacked out, because in my mind, I got the spins in the middle of the night and I'm like, I'm going to be sick. So I rush to the bathroom and I throw up in the toilet. But in my drunken state of mind, I kind of had missed the toilet.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, oh no. And I'm like sloppily cleaning up my throw up with toilet paper. And then just being like I literally was like, okay, perfect. Like I got it all. Then in the morning, I'm like all groggy and hungover. And I just hear your mom being like, what the hell? Vince? And all this chaos, and she gets your dad, and then they're talking about it, and then I think she ended up cleaning it up. I felt so awful, but I was so sick and just felt like human trash that I couldn't even get off the couch to help clean up. And little did I know, I vomited all the way to the bathroom, and I got it all over the living room, but I didn't know that because I was too drunk at the time.
I remember the way you described it. You were like, I must have put my hand over my mouth as I vomited, so it like shotgun blasted through my fingers.
I think it did. Yeah, it went everywhere in your living room.
Yeah, she woke me up. She was like, Aaron threw up everywhere. I was like, what? All right, I'm coming.
That wasn't a good night.
No.
Up until that point, it was actually a great night.
But you wouldn't say that's a hobby of yours to do stuff like that?
No. I actually don't drink that much anymore.
Well, listen, we decided that today's topic of discussion is hobbies.
Hobbies,
things you like to do for fun. You know what I like about this? You ever you've been at a party, like something I try to do now, and I'm like making small talk with people. I try not to go right to so what do you do? You know, I say, what do you do for fun?
Yeah. Yeah, that's much better. And people probably want to talk about that more anyways, unless they got a really interesting job.
I mean, I think if it comes to that, like if you work your way back around to like, what you do for work, but
Well, I like that when I like hobbies as a topic in general because when you find people that are passionate about something, there's nothing more fun to talk about than somebody. Like I could listen to somebody talk about their hobby, no matter what it is, probably. I mean, it could be, I don't want to shit on anything, but let's just say rock collecting or something. If you're passionate about it, like, I think that's super fun.
I agree with you, but sometimes I can go the other way. Where
have you had an experience where you're like,
none that I can think
this
of.
hobby is trash?
No, none that I can think of specifically, but like, I mean, I do like if someone's into something I'm not, like it's cool to learn. It's cool to like get information you would never otherwise get. But at a certain point, it's like if they're super excited about it and I'm like engaged and I'm like, I can't maintain that same level of like, if I'm supposed to like match their energy and maintain engagement at like this level where it's like, oh yeah, I'm as excited as you are. It's like, I won't be. It's not sustainable over time.
Yeah, I mean, I guess I'm not talking about like hours on end.
So you're saying when you listen to someone talk about something passionate, are you like, yeah, fuck yeah, dude, that's fucking cool. Are you a hype man? Do you listen? Do you contemplate? Do you like put your fingers to your chin and like nod your head a lot and go, yeah.
I think I'm more so like the questioner, you know?
You try to.
I like to know the ins and outs of your hobby. So say you're talking to somebody, first off, we should start here. What are your hobbies, Vince?
I like gaming. I like watching movies. See, this is the problem with this is I immediately don't know.
What are you talking about? You stream?
Is that a hobby?
Yeah, Twitch streaming?
Yeah, it just sounds kind of lame. It's like a lame hobby.
Whoa.
But I enjoy
We're
doing
not,
it.
Vin. This is positive energy. We're not here to put down anybody for anything they like doing. Hobbies should be.
But I'm not saying. But I do it too. So it's like I just don't know if it's a hobby. Because I'm trying to turn that shit into a career. I mean, I know that sounds like it's a 33-year-old man. I mean, whatever, we're podcasting. Is this a hobby?
Yes, podcasting is a hobby.
I guess so, yeah. I guess, like, what? Okay, let's define a hobby. So just, like, something you do for fun.
Yeah, bro, and you're taking all the fun out of it by being like, I want to make money or I'm not doing it.
No, here's the thing, though. I don't, like, while, yes, like, yeah, I do eventually want to. Aaron, since we have gone through on our little roller coaster ride as like YouTube creators and of like we've made money doing it and then we've like not made money doing it. I have reconnected with my creative side in a way where it's like money doesn't matter. Just enjoy the process. That's the way to do it long term. Or you'll make yourself go crazy. You know, if you're like trying to do this shit like to get rich quick. It's not going to work. It's not sustainable. So,
yeah. No, I agree. I think we should talk. I think we should speak to that a little bit because that's something we're really familiar with, and it's like so important for people to know. Because you know what drives me crazy? I get a lot of emails and messages we have over the years too. One of the questions that people ask us, like other creators, like kids that are coming up and trying to get into it, they say, "I want to be famous," and that never connects with me. I understand why people want that, but to me, that's not the end. Like the goal should be like you want to create stuff.
Do you actually recall like that specifically? Because I don't ever recall getting a message where someone was like, "I want to be." Well, I mean, maybe in so many words they said it, but like I'm trying to think.
Oh
of like
yeah,
a specific
like
email.
many messages. Yes.
Yeah.
I mean, to the point where that's why I'm recalling it now. Is like
yeah.
Frustrated because how do you like I wanted to relay like that's the end result. That could be a beneficial, that could be a what's the word,
a byproduct,
a byproduct of your creation. That's what it should be in the end, but you should be happy making whatever you're making to end up famous. I mean, some people don't even want to make anything to be famous. They just want to be famous. That's a whole other thing. But to ask specifically of us, hey, I want to create I want to make movies. No, it's not that. I want to be famous by making movies. It's like, I can't help you, dude. You have to want to make movies first.
But I mean, but you never felt like in the back of your head, like that there was like knowing that success with what we want to do would probably bring about some type of like fame. Was that ever appealing to you? Was it ever like a thing you thought was like it was like a goal, like something you sought after?
I think, well, not really. I detached fame from like success. To me, that's like what I was always am after, is the ability to have a successful career in something. And usually success coincides with, I feel like it kind of like runs side by side with fame in certain fields. You know,
Right.
If you're a successful actor, most likely you're going to be famous in most regards, not all, but, you know, especially the arts. That's
Not
the
me,
case.
dude. My name is trying to think of a character who's like 20 years at the community theater and like he's the fucking best at the community theater, but
Waiting for Guffman.
But anyway, yeah, Corky St. Clair.
Corky Sinclair, yeah. Anyways, I went off on a tangent, but I guess all of that is to say, you have to like what you do, because you pointed out you'll get burnt out. It's a ton of work, and it's nonstop, especially now. It's like now the name of the game is you better release stuff or people are going to forget about you, and the algorithm's going to dump you on your head like a sack of dumb babies.
Did you ever watch that one YouTuber I mentioned to you, Joel Haver?
Joel Haver. Yes.
He's a good example of someone who like just like, I think he just did like video every week and just for years just grinded it out, like from having like no views, like, or very little, to like now it's like, you know, 200, 300,000.
Yeah.
Fucking easy. But I think that's probably someone who like, you know, I mean, it was inspiring to me to see it, like kind of reignited in me, like, oh man, yeah, it's like you can just have fun doing it, you know?
Yeah,
like,
well, I mean, that's a huge part of it.
Because I think, yeah, I don't know, that was lost for me along. I mean, you know how I was used to fucking like when you would call it work, and I'd be like, no, it's fucking fun. It's fun, play, imagine time.
Yeah,
you know how I was about it, where I never wanted to look at it that way.
If you get in that mindset where, yeah, it is work, then it's, yeah, I could see how that'd be like unappealing. But you do, you can't lose that spark. You can't lose that, like, that you're having fun.
Right. But then you also, to balance it out, you have to be disciplined about it too. Or like you could very easily be like, yeah, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that. And then it's like a year goes by and you're still talking about it.
Right.
How'd we get here?
I don't actually know.
Hobbies. Oh yeah. Streaming. Sure. Yeah. Streaming is a hobby for me. I'm trying to think of something though. It's like I work with my, what's the thing I do with my hands? Like that's like not digital. I guess that for me, that's the distinction. It's like it doesn't happen on a screen, you know?
Yeah, you cook. You like to cook.
I do. I do like.
How am I? Can I just point out that I'm telling you your hobbies right now?
Yeah.
Come on, dude.
Well, I don't think of cooking as a hobby. I think of cooking as like you need to eat to survive.
I feel like you don't think of anything as a hobby, and that's the sticking point right now.
You said you like crochet. That to me is a hobby. There's 4 hobbies you can choose: crocheting, woodworking, painting. No, not painting. Even something more kitsch, something kitschier. Collecting stuff, going to estate sales. And
making jewelry.
Yeah.
There's a huge, I mean, I'm sure there's even more, but if like even Wikipedia, if you just look list of hobbies, there's just so many, like stuff that you didn't even think of, you know?
Well, what are
my
tell
hobbies?
Me yours. Outside of crocheting.
I like reading. I like gaming. I like films, making them and watching them. I like crocheting. One that I took up recently.
Breathing? Is breathing a hobby?
Probably certain types of breathing, I'll bet you. Like rhythm, or like breathing rhythms, and Reiki, and I don't know, whatever else.
You know what my hobby is? Lucid dreaming.
Oh, that's a good one. I think that's probably on the list too. Not that this is like an official one that you have to go off of, but that's absolutely something people take seriously.
Did I tell you I got that book on lucid dreaming and I was like reading it every night before bed for a week and like I actually made myself lucid dream?
Yeah.
It's pretty cool.
Dude, lucid dreaming, that is something that is, I feel like, far underrated and probably unknown to a lot of people. And it is so freaking cool.
Yeah, I'm sure I barely scratched the surface of like what is possible, but like, dude, the feeling of like realizing you're like awaking, quote unquote, waking up in your dream is fucking wild.
It really is.
And you're like, whoa.
Because you imagine, like, immediately do whatever, like, you can't do in the real. Like, I think that one of the first times I had one, I broke through this wall of a house, went flying, like, just immediately. Oh, it's superpowers. I'm in dreamland. Here we go.
I had one where I became aware that I could, and then I was like trying to do stuff, but like wasn't quite working. It was like, yeah, there were like, I was still limited in some ways. It was like I hadn't fucking like escaped the matrix.
I do wonder if there's anything that affects your, like, are you actually getting the benefits of sleep if you're lucid dreaming? I'm sure there's research on the topic, but something feels to me like if you're conscious enough to interact in your dreams, then it's like the same thing as being awake almost, you know? Like your consciousness is not actually repairing itself. I could be wrong.
In a little bit of that book I did read that you do still get the benefits of sleep while lucid dreaming.
That's rad. Anyways, a hobby that I took up recently that I don't even think I've told you about is very low-key amateur bird watching.
Do you have like a book, like a little book?
I don't have a book. I just use Google, but it's simply Julian and I were gifted a bird feeder and a birdhouse for our new place, and so we set it up back. And dude, an insane amount of birds at this bird feeder, like probably the whole wooded area, like all the birds in the city have tweeted word that there is a huge full feeder at the back of our place because it's nonstop. And now it's like when it's empty and I go to fill it up, I swear I can hear them above me like chattering, like it's about to be feeding time, like they're getting ready to descend. But anyways, as they started coming, we got these little binoculars for my daughter. They're like 3-year-old pink binoculars that I was like, oh, these are actually perfect. So now I like just sit by the window and I watch them. And I'm like, with
these like children's binoculars?
I do, because I like don't have adult ones yet. So I'm like, oh yeah, that's a red-bellied woodpecker. Oh, we got a cardinal, honey. Like I feel like an 8-year-old man, but I'm enjoying it.
So like, I want to try to get a handle on like bird watching as a hobby, because like I get it. Like I understand, like, you know, birds are like these little magical creatures that fly around. Well, not magic, but like, you know, if you want to look at them that way, sure. You know, they're interesting. You know, like what to you? Do you like? Are you like Julie from 3 to 4 today on bird watching? Like that? Please don't bother me.
No, but usually it happens like. I've noticed, at least at my bird feeder, it's like they eat like breakfast, lunch, dinner, you know? So around those times, if you're seeing a whole ton of them, like if I'm downstairs eating lunch, I'm looking at the bird feeder, I'm like, oh, they're eating, time to look. And I'll go over there and.
Have you noticed like what's the word I'm looking for? Like return customers?
Oh yeah. Oh,
like
well,
regulars? Like, is there like, you're like, oh look, and you give them names like, oh look, Thomas is back.
I'm sure some people are that experienced, but no, I'm like far from it. I would never be able to tell if it was the same bird. But it's cool seeing the different species show up, you know? Like there's so many varieties of birds. Like now I'm like, what is that? Oh, that's a tufted titmouse. That's what you know, like I'm analyzing all the images, and dude, tufted titmouses are some cool ass birds. Very pretty.
Do you have an app?
No, I think there probably is. I'm sure there is one, but I haven't downloaded an app.
See,
Like I said, I'm
Aaron, to
very
me, like,
amateur layer hobby.
yeah. Until you have like some sort of list, like a checklist, and you're like, got that one, got that. Until you do that, to me, it's not a hobby.
Don't
yet.
give me that shit, Mr. Moneymaker. Nothing's a hobby until it makes me mad stacks.
No, that's not. No, it's
You
just
spit
completely
in the face of all hobbyists, Vin, because you
No, I
lost the
don't.
true. You're
No.
like the Grinch. You lost the true meaning of hobbies.
I just think. I mean, dude, I could go outside and look at cars, different cars. I go, look there. We got a Toyota coming down the street.
Do it.
Hun, look at this. It's a blue Honda.
And do it.
Car watching. It's my hobby.
I hope you drown in your hobby sarcasm.
All jokes aside, I think it's cool that you do that.
No, you don't.
Legit. Yes, I do. I legitimately do.
Okay, wow.
Do you really don't believe me?
I didn't even think you'd believe me that I actually do it.
I do believe you, and I do. I think it's. I'm just shitting on it because, like, it's.
Yeah,
That's
it's
why we're
an
here.
easy target. I get it.
Yeah, sure.
What else? For a while, I liked working out, but I don't have time to do that anymore. I work out, but it's not like that's something I wouldn't consider a hobby for me because I'm just trying to get my body moving and like stay active.
Yeah, I don't consider fitness a hobby.
Well, if you're like really into it, it can be a hobby.
Yeah, for some reason it's
What
like,
is with you?
I don't know why. It just doesn't. Dude, I told you it's fucking crocheting, woodworking. It's 4 fucking things. That's it.
Let me read some of these off to you and see if it jogs anything inside of you.
Jogging is jogging a hobby?
Yeah, sure. 3D printing,
That's a hobby, yeah.
acting.
See, now again, I'm going back to what's the definition of a hobby.
Okay, that's fine. Well,
It's-
I mean,
it's
what
just,
if you're...
I guess okay. We just let me recalibrate myself. Okay, from here on out,
Do you want a definition?
what I will acknowledge. Yeah, read me the
A hobby.
Let me tell you my definition.
Okay, go ahead.
First, a hobby is just any activity you do for fun.
Yeah, you got it. So
That's it.
Wikipedia has it as a hobby is an activity, interest, or pastime that is undertaken for pleasure or relaxation done during one's own leisure.
So during leisure time.
Yeah, I mean, yes, but I don't think you had to read into
for
it that
example,
much.
working out. It's like I don't necessarily work out in my free time. To me, it's like a thing I feel like I have to do, so I don't so I'm not so I don't atrophy because I sit at a desk all day.
Well, I think,
And
that's
granted,
a
I
little
want to fucking look
technicality.
good, but
Yeah, because I would consider anything that's not like vital for you to like. Well, I guess you could argue that. Whatever, we're going in the weeds on that.
No, you're starting to agree with me.
No, because I actually wasn't. Because I was thinking like technically it is your free time to go to the gym and do that. You don't have to. You could eat a box of cookies at your house.
Is eating cookies a hobby?
Sure.
If that's what you do in your leisure time, then that's a hobby too. And that's where my problem is, Aaron. Too many things. The topic has become so broad that anything can become a hobby.
All right.
And then and then hobby loses all meaning.
Okay, anime. Hobby?
Watching it?
Just says anime.
Having sex with your pillow?
Enjoying it? Drawing it? Whatever. Amateur radio?
Because, okay, if it's anything, yeah, that's a hobby. Yeah, sure.
Okay.
Yes.
Beer tasting?
I guess it's also, is contingent on what to you is like a necessity. You know, I think that changes for everybody. You know, like maybe some people feel like they need to, and I'm just going to stick with exercising as like some kind of some sticking point. But like if you feel like you need to exercise, like it's just like part of like what you need to do to maintain like a base level of happiness, then, oh fuck, maybe that, no, God, I don't know anymore.
Well, then I need to make this sourdough bread starter. Okay. So I guess it's not a hobby.
That sounds like a hobby to me.
No, dude, I need to do it. The sourdough bread gives me life. And if I don't eat it, I'll die.
But you don't have to eat. You don't need to eat sourdough.
I do. My doctor, it's a condition where my whole diet must consist of sourdough bread.
Then it's not a hobby anymore.
See.
Yeah. It's a want. It's okay. A hobby is a thing you want to do, not a thing you feel like you need to do.
Whatever.
And that can vary from person to person.
More hobbies.
you have your Maslow's hierarchy of needs, whatever that is. I know there is a set, but what that is, that changes for everybody. And then anything you want to do and that you do in your leisure time, that's a hobby.
Okay, if you had all the time in the world, like what is something that you would want to take up?
Like I don't have to
If you
work,
just had time for more hobbies.
learn a new language.
Okay. What language?
I would start with Spanish because I live in California and lots of people here speak Spanish. And then after that, I don't know, like maybe something weird, like something.
Oh, please. I want to hear.
Some weird fucking language that isn't English. I'll say something non-practical for me, you know. I think learning Japanese would be cool because again, I do like watching anime. It'd be cool to watch it without subtitles and to understand it.
That would be.
Yeah. So I'll say learning a language, and let me try to dig deep and find one more. Survivalism.
You're gonna go.
Straight up. I would want to like make more time to like learn how to like live off the grid. That'd be cool. And like I could do that now, even with just like gardening. You know, like there's a fucking garden out there. I have a basil plant I've been neglecting for months now. I literally just need to get up and go outside and like look at it and water it. Pretty sure my neighbor does it for me. So yeah,
those are easily things that you could like. You don't even need to free up any more time in your day. You could probably just spend 5 to 10 minutes a day doing it. It's just about commitment.
What about you?
All right, so if I wanted to invest the money, I'm intrigued by 3D printing. Zach has that 3D
cool.
printer, and watching him print stupid shit at his house is kind of fun. And I'm like, oh, that's cool. It'd be like fun to like look up designs online and do that. Metal detecting, which I've just always been like fascinated by people that do that and like actually find stuff. I imagine it's got to be either relaxing or super tedious.
I mean, you always see people doing it on like the beach, but you live in like a wooded area. So I actually would be very interested to know what you would find like walking around the woods.
Yeah, who knows?
What if you just like went to like a Walmart with like a metal detector? It's like I found a shopping cart.
Beep, 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 beep.
I found an old lady's walker.
Oh, I actually do want to start a sourdough starter. I've talked to too many people who it's like all they do now is feed their sourdough starter and just like make sourdough loaves. And I'm like, that sounds amazing.
That actually, I think that might also be good. I think that also goes under the umbrella of survivalism, like making your own bread.
Mm-hmm. I
think I could fit under that umbrella as well.
Another one that you didn't really mention is board games.
Oh yeah, I like doing board games.
Yeah, we both play. We both are pretty active board game players. 2 others, Legos.
Dude, I see lots of people with Lego sets.
Same. I was over at my niece's house, and she's just got like a bunch of different builds, and I was like, this is it. Just like I had that instant nostalgia hit, and I was like, I just like wanted to go to the nearest store and buy a set. Just like, give me anything. I just want to build a car. I want to build a ice cream shop. I don't care.
Dude, I want to hunt, but like I don't, but I do. Again, survivalism.
Yeah, it sounds like, you've got a lot going for you in the survival category. I didn't know that you had that much desire.
I mean, I'll say that I don't because I've almost pursued it 0 hours. But I, can't help but feel like, what if the world ends tomorrow, whatever that means, and it's like how long could I last without my creature comforts?
Man,
if I had to get on my scooter, Aaron, and fucking worm my way through the rubble of Los Angeles as the fires rage and the mobs raid the grocery store, and I got to get out of there, how long can I last?
Where would you go?
Up in the Did it be me, Mary, and both our cats
on one moped?
Not one, yeah, on the scooter.
There's a movie.
Just hissing and pissing and shitting, and the cats will be noisy too.
Yeah. Good joke.
I mean, they sell like earthquake survival kits here. Like they're actually good to have.
Do you have one?
Because you never know. No.
How much are they? Like, what comes in it? Is this like bottles of water and?
Yeah, they sell them at Home Depot. It's like I think you get water, a couple rations, like one of those like aluminum foil blankets, a flashlight.
You get a flashlight?
You get a flash. Yeah, they come with a flashlight.
Tight, Home Depot. I mean, you got to got to keep that at bay, especially when dire times.
Yeah, well, it's a human need. Everyone has to come.
They got a dildo in there.
The flashlight can go. It can go either way.
Oh, reverses. Oh,
yeah. It's both ends.
Wow.
Yeah. Anyway, you've never been
use
hunting,
a flashlight?
Right?
What?
Oh. Well, let's answer your question first.
I've never been hunting. I have been like shooting. Like I've shot guns and I've went skeet shooting, but I have not shot an animal. I don't know it'd be hard. Like I'm sure if push come to shove, like if it was dire times, I could do it. But just to go out one day and be like, I'm going to go hunting, that'd be interesting.
You need to go with somebody first. You need to go with an experience.
Yeah, I'm not going to go alone. haven't shot a gun in years. Just like, I'm going to go hunt a deer by myself.
Babe, I'll be right back, babe.
I just saw this video of this hunter. He had the camera like first person view. He was in some tall grass and this buck comes out of nowhere like 40 miles an hour and just plows right into him, knocks him down.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah. I was like,
did he?
I have no idea.
Did he die? Did someone find his body and we're like, let's upload this footage?
It's like, it's TikTok, dude. You go to the comments and it's just TikTok's the worst. Oh, God.
I only watch TikTok. It's like 90% of my TikTok use is while I'm taking a shit.
Yeah. I don't know, man. It doesn't. Every time I sign on there now, it's different from other social media where I'm like, oh, why am I on this? But now I'm like, why am I on this? It's not even good. Maybe I'm just not getting served good videos. But
dude, my algorithm, I'm all thick talk.
I bet you are, dude.
I can't get out of it. I was like, please show me like somebody welding something, please. I gotta get out of here.
Oh, TikToking is a hobby.
Totally.
How come? Do you make TikToks?
I've made a couple. Because like I put shit on Instagram like in the same way that I would put it on TikTok, but I'm like always for whatever fucking reason I'm always like hesitant to like whatever the new thing is. It's like Tweeter was dumb. Vine was dumb. I'm always like, oh, that's fucking stupid. It's fucking stupid. Like and I will admit I feel like it's kind of bit me in the ass in a way where it's like.
You don't jump on the trend. You don't jump on it, and then like, you lose. Crap.
Yeah, and it's like there could have been an opportunity there. And TikTok, I felt the same way.
I mean, I bet people are wondering why F&D, like why we never did TikTok. We were late to even jump on Instagram, but it did feel like that. It was like they're two separate entities. Like I liked making movies, and we were vlogging, and then here come these like bite-sized content apps. And I was like, we don't really do anything like 5 seconds.
Yeah. I'll admit that it kind of was like a little bit like being afraid of like, not afraid, but I don't want to waste my time thinking of a 5-10 minute video or like a 5 to 10 second video. Like what's a quick little thing I can do to like, I don't know. It's like, I'd rather put the time in like thinking of like a funny script with like a funny character. I mean, just the shit we always did, I didn't want to spend a second thinking about like, how can I hustle this other way now? It's like, why don't we just stick to what we're doing and just make that work? But like Cooper and I, we just shot a video, like a sketch, I think we decided that like we are going to put them on TikTok. Like, we are going to just focus on doing it there just for the reason that it's like, it's new. We don't know it. Like, let's just do it.
Yeah. Yeah. Why not?
So, and the F&D page on TikTok, by the way, is someone else has the handle and I did message them. I was like, "Hey, this is Vinny from F&D. Like, love what you've done with the place, but like, can we please have the handle?" And it was like, I can't send the message because they don't follow me.
Oh wow.
You have to be both following each other to send to message each other.
Okay, so we'll mark that up to impossible.
Yeah. Well, we do know someone who works there, so maybe there's like a. So I don't know. Maybe we can ask him, like, "Yo, is there something you can do about this?"
Yeah,
But I don't
okay,
know.
good point.
I don't know what the rules are.
I don't know. TikToking's a hobby.
I think you should. Bird watch. Continue bird watching, and then like crochet the birds that you see. Like,
oh, a little
like
combo.
you're looking at the birds, and you're like, what is a distinct characteristic about this bird that I can simply translate into my crochet? Like while you're getting started, like until you're like advanced, while you're still like doing the simple techniques, it's like what makes the tufted titmouse like you special in its own way, and I could take those little bit of attributes and do a simple rendering in a crochet.
I love it.
And you sell them on Etsy.
Ooh, talk about hobbies that pay.
Fuck yeah, dude.
Etsy, dog.
It's adorable.
They got some adorable stuff on there.
Dude, it's the fucking cutest.
Never been disappointed by Etsy.
The cutest, sweetest, like most precious twee pop.
Yeah, I don't know.
Twee. Let's start a store called Twee Store, and it's like Etsy. It's like an Etsy brick and mortar.
Ooh.
And we'll call it like Twee. It's just Twee on the door. And you come in, it's Twee music playing, and you just like, I don't know. Dude, I was on the park. Me and Mary were in the park the other day, and this dude sat down. And he just like played his acoustic guitar, and it was so nice. It was like he knew the exact volume to play, so that it was like you could enjoy him, but like he wasn't making himself the center of attention.
Ooh, that's beautiful.
It was
and
like
was
sunny.
it just like people totally fitting for the mood of the day too?
And he like had a fedora on and like a mustache, and he was like an older guy. It's
a hobby, you could almost say, huh? He probably plays guitar as a hobby.
That's a hobby.
My hobby is going to put smiles on people's faces at the park with my beautiful melodies.
I provide a backdrop. I provide a melodic backdrop to their day. I looked back at him too, and I wanted him to like. I was hoping he would like look up at me, and I would like smile at him.
You
like,
just have like a movie moment. Keep
like,
doing your thing, bro.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm just imagining if that same guy sat down to play that, but he was awful at guitar. Like it was like day one, he was learning.
And he kept like apologizing.
I'm sorry. Everybody. I'm sorry. I'm so bad.
And everyone's like being encouraging. And it's like, no, it's okay, man. Do your thing. It's all right. But he kept like apologizing like more aggressively as it went on.
No, it's not okay. No, I suck.
Hey, listen, man. It's just do your thing. We appreciate it.
Oh, do your
it's
thing.
Great.
Do what? Play terribly? Is that my thing? I'll never make it.
No, man. You're gonna do just fine.
No,
you're gonna get better. Hi, my name is Joe Warner. I'm with Warner Brothers Music.
Are you for real?
I think you got something here.
Oh my god, it's my first day playing guitar.
I know, it's raw, it's real. We're opening up a new subdivision.
Yes.
And we want talentless artists to just do a mishmash of bullshit. We want bad players. People with no future.
Oh.
And it's going to be a CD that you put in the car and you laugh at them.
Oh. Okay.
So swing by. We can record you this afternoon.
Wow.
And it's a joke album.
Joke.
That you buy. Yeah, it's like a white elephant gift. It's like you buy it at like the Starbucks or like a Spencer's.
Right.
And you buy it and for your friends and they put it in and it's like awful, terrible.
Well, I guess I got to start somewhere. This could be the blossoming of a huge music career then.
Definitely. Well, as long as we keep putting out these joke albums, like, yeah. You know what we're calling it? You know how there's like now?
Yeah.
We're calling this no. No, I mean, we can go no 1, no 2, no 3, no following, no 25.
Mm-hmm.
Do they still do nows?
I don't think so. They were doing the same thing that a 5th grader could do in his basement with LimeWire.
Wait, what?
Just taking popular songs and burning them onto a CD.
Oh,
That's all now was.
You think like when LimeWire became a thing, like the now people were like, we need to find and kill. How many? Oh, man, I always wonder this. Like, just think of like a room full of CEOs in like any industry.
Yeah.
You know, like a Bilderberg group type of, just like a real like elite level. Like, and they're like, we need to kill this we need to kill this guy because he invented this thing that's going to put us out of business.
Mm.
I just wonder how, like in the last like 10 years, how often that has happened.
Like you're asking if legitimately like companies have had people killed because they're.
Yeah. Like just how many like rich like CEOs just like needed to off somebody. Like, cause it's happened, right? I mean, right? Like it's not crazy. I know it's like a plot of a film, but it's also like.
Yeah. I mean, probably happens to journalists a lot more. In fact,
true.
Exposing stuff that rich people don't want exposed.
Yeah. That's a hobby.
Hitman? Being a hitman?
Yeah, being a hitman.
I don't do it for the pay.
Or like ordering the hit, like who am I going to kill today?
Oh, wow. I didn't think
like
of
you're
that.
So rich, like you could just pick, you go to a phone book and be like, I don't kill this person.
And you you discuss how you want the hitman to do it.
Yeah, maybe it's like they're like, put this GoPro on because then they're going to put on VR goggles later and then watch it, and then they're going to pretend that they carried out the hit.
Yeah, like a surrogate hitman.
Yeah.
Oh wow, that'd be crazy. So the person gets to live out the experience but not be held liable.
Right.
The rich person's like, I'm going to do it through you, but if you get caught, it's on you.
And like they're like, I want you to strangle them, and then like in like the room they have like a mannequin that they can like put their hands around the mannequin's neck as like the real person's being strangled, and they have like a real, they can pay for a realistic dummy.
Oh man.
And it's like a big warehouse, and it's like so that they can actually like walk if they felt like walking along with the guy.
So dark. Oh, I hate it. I liked it much better in Her when it was just like a sex worker and the AI was controlling her, but to kill somebody, oh man. Dark. This is so
rough.
Dark. We should have a whole genre. Like, this isn't a comedy podcast anymore. It's a dark podcast.
Dude, it's dark comedy.
No, dude, just dark. Let's kill the comedy. Let's not make any jokes. Let's just make it real.
Well, let's lighten it up a little bit.
Dark.
Do you want to lighten it up?
Sure.
My hobby is doing open mics and never getting any better.
I did actually want to mention that I think for the podcast we should get a Discord started, because I think it'd be cool I want to like take questions and communicate with people and take ideas.
That's great. I had a similar thought today too, where it's like, let's give people the email address and have them email us ideas. But Discord is much more interactive. It's much cooler. It's much more Gen Z. It's like much more like what's the in now thing.
Dude, I want to be on the bleeding edge of like I want to be a trendsetter.
Taste maker.
I don't even want to be a trendsetter, dude. I want to do the stuff that the trendsetters pick up. Like I want to be before trendsetters.
Dude, oh my God, I was at the fucking store yesterday. That's a lie. It was a couple days ago.
Why are you telling me this bullshit, dude?
No, because
tell me what day it was. I want to know exactly what day it was.
It was.
You're gonna tell me it was yesterday when it was a couple days ago?
Sunday. It was Sunday.
Jesus, get it right. Okay, now I can focus.
There's one guy at the store who I sometimes try to avoid his line, like his cashier line.
Okay. He
like has these conversations where it's like, dude, like I understand like you're stuck here and like you're trying to make it fun, but like I'm just want to get out of here and I can't engage. I don't want to engage at too deep a level of a conversation with you because I need to clean out. People behind me need to get through. So it's like when you're saying all this stuff, it's like I can't really engage with you, and I feel like an asshole because I'm kind of like there's like a wall up, and it's
Yeah.
like makes me feel bad. And I'm like, nah, I don't like him for making me feel this way. But he's like, oh, dude, I loved ramen before anybody else. Dude, before anyone else liked ramen, I loved ramen.
Oh, what
I was
a
like,
line.
and I was like, how old are you? And he goes, no. Age has nothing to do with it. I'm like, well, if you're like older than me, like, yeah, obviously you liked ramen before I did. He goes, no, like you see like there's ramen shops everywhere. And I was like, yeah, okay, yeah, I see what you're saying. Yes, okay. I was like, but I ate like ramen in college. He's like, no, not like that, man. And I was like, all right, well.
Oh, he likes like the authentic ramen before anybody else?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. And like I wasn't trying to be an asshole. Like, I was like, yo, if we're gonna have a conversation, I'm gonna try to engage with you genuinely, you know, and that's where we went.
Oh,
and then
man.
he's just like,
that's the hill he's gonna die on, huh?
Yeah. God bless him. And it's always that way too. And it's like, I feel kind of,
when I was
he's just a guy trying to get through his day.
Yeah.
And then he started talking to me about like, and he's like, oh yeah, this is what he said, where I was like, really, dude, don't ask me this question. He's like, I forget how we got on the topic, but he asked me, he was like, what do you want to do? I was like, what do you mean? Like in life? Like, yeah, like what do you want to do? And I'm like, not about to like tell this guy, like, I want to like, I want to have a podcast and I want to stream and I'm trying to grind. I'm an actor trying to make it in LA. Like, I'm not having that conversation. So I was like, I want to go home and make, I was making pho that night. I was like, I want to go home and make some really good pho. And he was like, yeah, that's great, man. I was like, yeah. And then he started saying like, I was like, what do you want to do? And he's like, saying something.
How long were you in line for?
This is what I'm saying. It was, and he'll ring your shit up slower because he's like talking to you, you know. Yeah. So he's like taking his time. He's like, you got to have passive income. So you got to find a way to have passive income. And I was like, okay. Yeah. I almost dropped to like, you like Gary Vee?
Rise and grind, baby.
But I didn't. I knew if I said that, I was
opening up a whole other can of worms.
Yeah.
But I want to be clear about something, Vin.
What was that?
This podcast is a hobby.
I'm treating this as a hobby.
Good. That's all it should be right now.
Because, look, we don't need to do this.
I don't need to do this shit.
It's not in need. For me, you know, I don't know. Someone out there might be like, I need a podcast. It's like, ever since he was one, he held up a little, like a spatula and pretended it was a microphone and would podcast so to the family, you know, and then he did it. It
was in his blood.
And he kept doing it.
Then he died.
Because he also in his blood, he had a blood disease.
Mm-hmm.
Do we need a gimmick? Does this podcast need like a gimmick?
Like what kind?
I don't know. Like we do it, like we go, like we're both nude while we do it. Or like,
the guys do it outside. Yeah, that one's been done.
I think we do it. Okay, well, fuck me. All right. I don't know. We're fucking playing Russian roulette while we do it. I don't know. Why is it always got to get so dark?
How about we end the episodes with a fart?
Do you have to fart? All right. Bye.
Bye.
It's phone calls. It's phone calls. It's phone calls. It's phone calls.